Balendra Shah, a name that is echoing in the power corridors of Nepal and one who is all might that to become the next Prime Minister of Nepal. But do you know that he has studied right here in Bengaluru's NITTE Meenakshi Institute of Technology, and I have with me the professor of this institute and also the vice president as well, who have taught him, who have seen him very closely, his whole journey as such. Let me just go across to them to understand how he was really as a student. Now we see him, how that a rapper turned politician is in fact raising there in Nepal. Sir, thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. So firstly, tell us, you have been a professor, you have seen him very closely. How does it really feel like for you to see your student today at a big position and leading a whole together a different movement there?
We are very happy that he has grown to this height. I had taught him mechanics of deformable bodies and finite element methods. He was admitted in the year 2016. He himself and along with other two students, Sunil Lamsal, Prime Ministership. So they were the first batch of autonomous at our college. They were obedient students. That's what I can say. Very punctual, obedient, and there was a rapper inside him, but he did not exhibit much here.
Okay, but how did you see him as a student, sir? Did you really, was he really very active in, because in political talks as such as well? Because, the shift that we are seeing, the transition that we are seeing right now in his journey from rapper turned politician as such. But you as a professor, were you able to, see those instincts in him, whether that he really expressed those kind of thoughts as well, whether he would keenly discuss such matter too?
Mostly he did not express any political inclination when he was a student here. But when it comes to academics, they used to come with a lot of doubts and get it clarified even during evenings. They were so obedient student.
But have you seen?
Balendra was the silent student among them.
But was he silently very naughty as well, sir?
No, not at all. He was not a naughty student.
Okay. So, of course, he has done a structural engineering at this very campus. In fact, I also have the vice president of the institute. So, how does it really feel like to see your student today at that position and leading a whole together a different movement itself, a young leader raising in the Nepal? Of course, when we talk about the ties as well between the India and Nepal, it's going to really be a very crucial as such as well. But what is your thought at this point in time?
NMIT as an institution and NITTE as a university has been truly proud to have several alumni as the jewel in their crown. And this is one more jewel in that sense in our crown. Somebody who is going to lead a neighboring country's government. And that's a matter of great honor for us because 8 years back he was our student and a very diligent student who did his work very well, did his internship very well, completed his exams on time, went back to his country. And unfortunately we have not been able to be in touch with him after that, though we have been in touch with some of those who are close to him. And we have been tracking his progress. We were amazed at the transformation we saw when he became a rapper there, went on to become mayor of Kathmandu and now, as many would say, the designate prime minister of the country. So in that sense, for the institution, to see one of their students occupying such positions is a matter of great pride and honor. And as my colleague Shreyas just now said, when he was here, I think it was 100 marks for being a diligent student, being a dedicated student who did his work on time. And he was also with us in the hostel. And he was there, somebody who was part of the team. We had a large number of Nepali students in those days.
Okay.
So as part of that group, he was an example for others to follow and a very disciplined student. And that's what we would at NMIT remember him as.
Okay. So let's just have a walk and talk basically. So you tell us, in fact, has ever he been on the campus to entertain all you as well? Like, what kind of entertainment he would provide to start with, as in you say, the rapper was there in him, but would he really rap and, entertain as such? If you...
Not at all. He was not a rapper in the campus, but we know he had the talent because mostly his rap was in Nepali. And it was a small class of 24 students.
Sir, I heard from you, you are still in touch with few of his friends who are basically in US as well. So what are the kind of words that you are really hearing from them about Shah right now?
Now, what I have heard his contemporaries saying is he has had a slow, steady, but very well curated rise in politics, and he has made sure that he takes the right steps from his country's perspective. And even, you see, if you remember when the student youth uprising happened in Nepal,
Yeah.
at that point of time itself, his name was mentioned in several quarters. But I think again, it's a very politically very savvy move to say nothing to do in the interim government. I'll wait for my chance when the election happens. So that way, I think he has played his cards very interestingly in terms of the domestic politics of his country. But as I said, as a student here, we did not see any trace of that at all. I think the only trace we saw is to be hardworking,
Okay.
is to be diligent about what you are doing, and to be focused on what you are doing.
Okay.
And that he did as an M.Tech student. And that I think we are seeing again in the trajectory of his career as it went forward.
Yeah, sir. I mean, quite a focus and a clarity that we really can see as well when he was leading this whole of a change as well in the Nepal as such. Sir, help us out with two at least such incidents that you can really recall of about Shah that, our viewers, of course, are quite excited to know some, naughty side of his or a good side of his. What really comes on your mind if you really can think of a two incident of, Shah?
I haven't seen any naughty side of him, but I have seen a lot of good sides from them. They are
Any
very.
story that you can think of, sir?
I think they were carrying out their internship at Nepal. He had a keen interest in earthquake engineering.
Okay.
If I remember, he had done his internship as well as project on earthquake engineering, during which Nepal had a severe earthquake.
Okay.
Uh,
So
That's
he
what-
always basically wanted to do something good outside
yes,
there
yes.
to give back to the society is what you mean.
Definitely, yes.
Okay. So my last question to you, now that there's a whole together, he is really raising there in the Nepal. Will you be calling him to the campus so that the students over here get motivated and know who is the one who was really raised from this campus as well? Do we really see that happening in the coming days?
We would love to see him come back to our campus, because as an alumni, it's an honor for us to get him back here. As an alumni, we are proud of the fact that he has been an achiever in important ways back home in his own country. And I think as the days, in the days forward, I think if he were to come to India on a visit, we would be delighted to welcome him here, and we will keep in touch with him on that.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. But of course, the whole campus at this point in time feels quite proud that how Balen Shah has really raised from this campus. And of course, no surprise. The city has basically given so many engineers as such. But today's engineer from this campus is basically all like that, might become the next Prime Minister of Nepal. With video journalist Kumari Turaj Purohit for NDTV in Bengaluru.